Good morning, Empire. What's up, DTA Army? Welcome back to another daily analysis here with your boy, DTA. Now, I think that the biggest question and biggest elephant in the room is why is Ant still moving sideways? Well, that's exactly what we're going to address in today's daily analysis. All right, so hopping right into it and wasting no time, let's take a look at AMP's weekly chart to see how we're starting off this trading week. So currently, we can see that last week we did close slightly below the Fib 618. This is something that I hoped that we wouldn't do, but unfortunately, we did do that. And starting off this trading week, we are trending slightly lower, right? We're a little bit lower than our close last Sunday. Well, this Sunday that just passed, we're slightly below that close, but ultimately we are holding on to the point 0.06 to 0.061 range, right? We haven't really dropped below that, but as we can see, the bull market support band, it is creeping up, and I am holding strong to my prediction of August 17th of us touching the bull market support band and then possibly seeing an impulse to the upside either that day or the next day. And if you guys did notice, yes, I am wearing an AMP hat. So shout out to, the AMP swag store. I definitely bought some nice merchandise there, and, it all came out high quality, right? So that's what we have going on with the weekly. Now let's take a look at the daily, right? The daily is why I'm holding my prediction that August 17th is when the bull market support band will touch our candlesticks, right? And I say that just from extending the trend lines and looking at how far we've been consolidating and moving sideways. Now, Ant has long periods of sideways consolidation, right? This is historic, in their market. And we can see that, just by going back in history, right? Let's zoom out for a little bit, right? When we had that massive run up from, 0.006 all the way to, 5 cents, all right? We came down and we started moving sideways. We had our initial floor price of 2 cents right here, right? That was our initial floor price. We moved sideways before taken back off for a total of 50, I want to say. Yeah, I mean, just measuring that out, 50 days, right? We moved sideways for 50 days before moving back up. Let's see how long we've been moving sideways here. I guarantee it hasn't been 50 days, right? We've been moving sideways for 12 days, right? 12 days. So compared to, this 50-day sideways movement, we've only been moving 12 days, right? This is pretty short in retrospect. But, the market conditions, they are picking back up. And, we can see a lot of things happening on a daily as well, right? Such as decreasing selling volume, as we see here at the bottom. And, we have a market structure that we've been respecting for, quite some time, including this, massive bull flag with the pullback, right? So I think it's only a matter of time before, we start to see some momentum in AMP's market. Now let's dive into the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we can see that we are still respecting the sideways consolidation movement. We can see, how we've been ranging between this 0.058 to 0.068 range. And, we haven't necessarily broken out of that yet. But at the same time, we're seeing the same thing that we saw on the daily chart. We're seeing decreasing selling volume and increasing buying volume, right? We see these massive spikes here, massive spikes, right? And this is exactly what we want. And this is ultimately going to be what takes us out of this consolidation zone to break above it, and ultimately form new support at the 0.068 mark before moving up to, our next resistance line at 0.075. So, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today, but I thought it would be really neat to, do something special and show you guys just how, AMP looks in comparison to, Bitcoin's chart. So, we're going to put Bitcoin in right now as a line chart, just to compare the two. So you can see, how AMP is really truly starting to decouple from Bitcoin's price movements, right? So on the top, this line chart, we have Bitcoin. And at the bottom, of course, we have AMP. Now, if let's go back for a little bit, right? We can see that AMP has followed Bitcoin in the past, right? And it hasn't followed it to the T. AMP really does, tend to lag behind Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin, starts to go up, AMP normally, goes up the day after. Or as we see right here, when Bitcoin starts to go down, AMP goes down maybe a day or two after, right? But, for the month of August, right, starting right here, when Bitcoin had the dip and then started to go up, we see that AMP continued to go down and started moving sideways while Bitcoin continued, to move up, right? But AMP is still moving sideways. So I don't know about y'all, but this is like kind of really exciting. I think that this is what we've all been waiting for. Starting to see the decoupling of AMP from a speculative market and seeing, its true value emerge from its usage, right? From others using the Flexing network, from merchants, hitting that switch to allow cryptocurrency payments on their payment terminals, right? So, I think that this is pretty exciting. And, this is what, people who've read the white paper, people who've done their due diligence on AMP understand, right? We know that it's only a matter of time before that decoupling comes. And it may not be in the way that we expected, such as, price action going up, but, we can start to see it right now in the month of August. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Again, it's a long game. It's not going to come quick, right? So remain patient, dollar cost average, load up on as much as you can because, once this bad boy takes off, I don't think it's stopping. So that's all I have for you guys today. And until tomorrow, DTA is out.